Letters of John Nelson Darby, Volume 2, Letter 545-219E, of 1031. p. 346, C. McAdam, Beloved brother, I have no happy news to give you of dash. I still hope in the Lord for him, hence too I have said nothing about him. He has taken hold of the thought, that no one is ever recognized as in the place of service or as a servant, or part of the temple of God, in any sense, unless really so. Hence Judas was a saint, Balaam a saint, etc. Further, that there is a justification of saints by works, as of sinners by faith, and that if we do not actually suffer with Christ we cannot reign with him. Hence the saints who are not thus wholly following will not be caught up, but pass through the tribulation. Casting the servant into outer darkness is this tribulation, he gets out of it again. The saints fallen asleep of old will be raised up in mortal bodies, and be sentenced in judgment to go through the great tribulation, appearing in Revelation 7, and have to die again. Drawing nigh unto perdition is getting into it, and when urged that it is in contrast with believing to the saving of the soul, it means to the saving of their life, Scripture thus losing all hold on the conscience. He said he did not hold so strongly on the bringing back the dead saints, but when asked if their spirits were to come out of heaven to be mortal men again in the tribulation, he said there was no proof they were in heaven. A good while ago he was resisted by the brethren, and his teaching refuted. I do not think many have received it. The brethren here are going on well, and their number increases. Many come to read and inquire, with less depth, perhaps, than at Boston. I had a terrible discussion last night with an Adventist annihilationist preacher, but he was fully exposed, and several were delivered from the influence of the system. But this is wearying work. As at Boston, I know not what the readings will give, I wait to see, but time runs on, and what about New Zealand, I know not. Is popular, clings to brethren's principles, he says, for I am suddenly in great vogue with a certain number, but I hold on my way, I trust just as before, knowing my own utter worthlessness, Christ and the truth being all. It is a work, as I said at Boston, of patience, but godly people ill at ease everywhere. Since I have been here I have been revising the hymn book, excluding and altering where old erroneous views had passed unperceived. I have no means of adding here. There is a lack of worshipping the Father in them, but I know not how that suits hymns, or hymns it, and who is to give them. That we are in wonderful times is evident, but the Lord, the same yesterday, today, and forever, and all that is needed for this and all times. Here I am called to trust him, not only as to ordinary work, but as to dash. He had greatly cherished the thought of a kind of heaven among brethren. But I do trust him, and am at peace. If you had 2 meetings a day, to meet every mind and every question, and all the dishonest subtlety of Adventists and annihilationists, from time to time, I guess you would be sometimes tired, but if the Lord is with one he helps us on, and goodness and mercy will follow us all the days of our life. My letters were full of good news. Since our conference at Vevey, the work has quite revived in Switzerland, and some workmen have been added in France. Whatever is done as to Saturday night meeting, cut off the outlying gatherings. The whole thing was a mistake continuing them in connection with it. Let the principal brethren of the London gatherings meet, all well to keep unity in common action, while not forgetting that they are not the assembly, nor excluding from being there those who are in outlying gatherings. I had no doubt it would come to some break-up, from the course pursued, and said so. A little patience and looking to the Lord will set it on a sound and useful footing. I read, strengthened with all might according to his glorious power, to all patience. What do you think of such a result of glorious power? I think a great deal of it. Ever affectionately yours in the Lord. Chicago, May, 1875. 52219E.